We need to talk. Oh, shit. After she spewed all this crap at me about how I know she loves me and blah, 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 I responded, so let me be clear. You want to explore yourself more. To do that, you want to date other men. And depending on the situation, you may end up having sex with them, right? Her face brightened at the friendly casualness with which I said it. Yes, honey, and you'll see how that will revitalize our relationship. I grinned and stood up. Awesome, that's a great idea. I think you're right. It will really spice up our sex life. Why didn't I think of that before? The look of surprise, no, shock on Abby's face was priceless. So, are you doing well with this? Not just good, great. Why wouldn't it be? It's brilliant. Who told you about it? She eyed me suspiciously. Was that sarcasm? With an uncertain wave of her hand, she replied, I just read it on the internet. Honestly, I thought you'd be upset. Some husbands don't like this strategy to improve their marriage. I wonder why. It makes so much sense. Have any of your friends or coworkers tried it? Abby hesitated. Encouraged by my broad smile, she said, Brandon pointed me to the article. He's married, right? Yes. So he and his wife did it. Is that why they're so happily married? I was taking a bit of a risk because I'd only seen her boss's family twice at corporate events, and they looked no happier than the typical young family. Yeah, Abby blurted out. Great. I picked up my cell phone and dialed the number. Gracie, yes, it's Rob. Good news. Abby says I can go to this party with you. What time do you want me to pick you up? Really? Gracie Thompson blurted out. That's awesome. Pick me up at 6 o'clock. Oh, that's great. And make sure you wear that skirt you wore the other day. I hung up just as Abby was recovering from the shock. Who was that? You know Grace? Our neighbor? The hooker with the giant bust? Yeah, that's the one. The one who's taking the elbow test. Elbow test? What the hell is that? You know, when a woman puts her hands behind her head, puts her elbows forward and heads for a wall or a door, if her elbows hit the wall first, she fails the elbow test. You think you'll pass? Abby's breasts are a generous handful, but she's in no shape to even think about the elbow test. So I'll openly admit it was a low blow. But she was the one who started it with her nonsense about dating other men. Her unspoken message was clear. Her prospective beau possessed a bigger gun than the one she'd been burdened with for the past 8 years. Gravy, goose, and gander, as the saying goes. So no, I had no problem rubbing her nose in that lovely test. Before Abby could recover from gaping like a fish on dry land, I nonchalantly continued. Her friends are having a Labor Day party, but they're all in pairs, and she didn't want to go alone. So you're going with big-breasted Barbie bimbo? Her shrill voice pierced the eardrums of anyone within a 2-mile radius. What the hell do you think you're doing? Improving our marriage, just like you said. What? Abby was on the verge of hyperventilating. What are you talking about? This is your brilliant strategy. We sleep with other people, and voila, our love life and our marriage are new and exciting again. Are you crazy? I never said you could date other women, especially whores with big boobs. How am I supposed to feel? What do you care? I mean, you're going to be out with your thoughtful buddy Brandon, examining yourself on your back, or whatever research you do. We'll just have dinner, maybe go to a movie. Just get to know each other, get to know him better, and you're going to sleep with her right away. Get to know him better? I put that in quotes. Uh-huh. You work with him every day. You probably know him better than his wife. Don't they call you his office wife? Me? I hardly know Grace at all. The only thing we ever do is wave and say hello in the elevator. So, you're way ahead of me. I have a lot of catching up to do. I could barely contain the smirk on my face. This worked out better than I ever expected. Good thing the bug I put in her phone alerted me. I couldn't wait to bury my face in Grace's beautiful bust.